The first time I encountered the Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV was during the launch where I got to film it for an unboxing video. This time around, I get to drive the Tiggo 8 plug-in hybrid electric vehicle for 3 whole weeks so that I can share with you what it's like to live with the Chery Tiggo 8 plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Let's do this!
Ever since the Evida Act became a national law last September 2022, there has been an increased interest in hybrids and electric vehicles in the country. It's funny though, because people were more concerned with the number coding exemption of EVs and hybrids rather than the actual environmental impact or even the fuel savings that hybrids and EVs deliver. The Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV may be priced at 2.5 million Philippine pesos, but this 7-seater plug-in hybrid SUV has a bunch of advantages, especially when driving around tight cities like Metro Manila. And to know more about these advantages, just continue watching this video.
Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. I can already see some of you guys cringing at that price. I mean, 2.5 million Philippine pesos. For a Chery? I mean, what in the world are they smoking over there, right? Dude, wrong. You see, if you think about it, well, 2.5 million Philippine pesos is quite affordable for a 7-seater family vehicle that is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. In fact, at the time that I made this video, this, my friends, is the most affordable plug-in hybrid electric vehicle that you can get that has 7 seats. Now, this is well worth the price because you are getting all of the perks of the Evida Act. Now, that's the EV Act for some of you out there. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that the Tiggo 8 PHEV is exempted from number coding anywhere here in the Philippines. And that exemption is applicable until the year 2030. So, by driving a Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV, that means that you don't need to purchase a second car as your number coding car, which essentially saves you a bunch of cash if you think about it. Now, if you're also the type of person who hates going around the mall parking area looking for a parking slot, then the Tiggo 8 PHEV will also afford you reserved parking slots in the mall because you can always park at the mall EV charging station. Now, I'm not even getting into the fact that this vehicle in full EV mode has 0 emissions, so you have a positive impact on the environment. You see, my friends, the Tiggo 8 PHEV has a maximum range of 100 kilometers on full EV mode. So if you're the type of person who drives less than 100 kilometers in a day, then that means that you're not emitting any fumes in this vehicle, and that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. The thing is, I think what's more important to most Filipinos is the fact that if you're in full EV mode all of the time, like if you're driving less than 100 kilometers all of the time, then that means that you're consuming 0 gasoline. So if you get to charge every night, the Tiggo 8 PHEV essentially will consume 0 gasoline. That means you have 0 gasoline cost, provided that the wall socket charger will work for you. Because unlike the other electric vehicles that I got to test out and drive, the wall socket charger of this Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV is a little bit finicky. Maselan in Tagalog. You see, it comes with a 3-prong setup here, which means that you will need to use an adapter, but even if you found the proper adapter for this wall socket charger, well, your wall socket at home will require adequate amounts of grounding in order to get this charger to work. Unfortunately though, the wall socket in my garage does not meet that grounding parameters or requirements that this charger requires, so I wasn't able to charge this Tiggo 8 PHEV in my home. Now thankfully though, prospective owners of the Tiggo 8 PHEV will be assisted by Chery Auto Philippines when it comes to setting up the wall socket charging area for their Tiggo 8 PHEV to make sure that they have adequate grounding and to make sure that, well, the wall socket charger will work. Still, guys, because this is just a 3-week lend out on my part, then that means that I had to rely on mall charging stations in order to top up the Tiggo 8 plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Which could have been an issue if the Tiggo 8 PHEV were a pure electric vehicle, but since this is a plug-in hybrid, I didn't get any range anxiety, folks. The presence of the gasoline motor gave me peace of mind during long drives. The fact that more and more companies are also now rolling out, public EV charging stations also helped to remove a lot of those charging concerns. As for the drive itself, well, with a maximum output of 302 horsepower and 545 Newton meters of torque, well, the Tiggo 8 PHEV is no slouch, pare. The initial pull is very EV-like, meaning you get maximum torque from standstill. The steering feel is also quite light and it makes it easy to maneuver this mid-size SUV. Although the steering feel is not the most engaging out there, but that's pretty much expected from a hybrid SUV. Now the Tiggo 8 PHEV does not get one-pedal driving, which is a bit of a bummer for me. But it does have settings for battery regeneration rates, where level 1 will give you the least energy recovery, but you get the most power, while level 3 maximizes on your energy recovery, but it also sacrifices on acceleration. Now you also have normal and sport mode here, where normal mode mainly uses the electric motor, while sport mode gives you access to both the electric motor and the gasoline motor to squeeze out all of that 302 horsepower that this engine can provide. Now put it this way, guys. If you're just driving around in traffic, then use level 3 regenerate, normal mode. Now if you're going up an incline, use level 1. Now if you're in a hurry because you need to take a dump and you need to find a toilet, then put it on level 1, sport mode, and let her rip. While it's possible to consume zero gasoline with the Tiggo 8 PHEV, in case the battery charge gets depleted, well, the fuel economy is still quite respectable because you're looking at around 15 kilometers per liter in mixed driving conditions, mixed city and highway. Now, it's not as good as, let's say, the Nissan Kicks, but mind you guys, this Tiggo 8 PHEV is a larger SUV than the Nissan Kicks. Plus, it can sit 7 people. Now, one of the best features of the Tiggo 8 PHEV is its NVH. Going around the city in full EV mode, dude, the experience is so good, man. This car, it doesn't generate heat, noise, and vibration. In fact, you wouldn't realize just how tiring it is to drive a heavy and vibrating diesel-fed SUV until you've experienced driving a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle in full EV mode. This, my friends, is simply so relaxing to drive. Now, this quiet cabin is further enhanced by the 8-speaker Sony sound system. The luxurious and refined driving experience is complemented by the stately good looks of the Tiggo 8 PHEV. I mean, dude, it just looks so rich. Chery Auto truly hit a home run with the overall design of the Tiggo 8 series, from the full LED lighting units here down to that wide yet really premium looking front grille there. I mean, it just looks so well put together, and in fact, the Tiggo 8 PHEV looks like a vehicle that is fit for a boss. Here at the side, the Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV gets a typical mid-size SUV silhouette, although of course we do get two fuel caps here. Now the fuel cap at the back is for your gasoline, while the fuel cap at the front is for charging when you want to charge this plug-in hybrid. Now, speaking of charging, well, you will need an adapter if you want to charge the Tiggo 8 PHEV in, let's say, mall charging stations or the Shell Mamplasan charging station, because the Tiggo 8 makes use of the China adapter standard versus the Euro adapter standard that we have here in the Philippines. Now, that's not really a big deal, guys, because, well, Chery Auto Philippines also supplies us with the needed adapter. Chery Auto Philippines has a tagline for the Tiggo 8 series: the new seat of power. Well, dude, you'll definitely feel powerful when you're seated inside this cabin. You see, the Tiggo 8 PHEV comes with a dual 12.3-inch LED screens here, which is so fitting for such a futuristic vehicle. Now, of course, it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus the image of a 360-degree view high-definition camera image there. Now, we also have a faux leather material found all over the cabin, on these really comfortable seats, on the steering wheel, plus on the dashboard, and we also have a large panoramic sunroof up top. Now, the switchgear of the Tiggo 8 PHEV are also quite premium, and they really feel well built. And it all comes together to give you such an exquisite cabin that is so comfortable, especially when you're going out on a long drive. Now, as for the second and third row of this vehicle, well, dude, the second row seats are typical in terms of space when it comes to a mid-size SUV or crossover. And if you want to go into further detail on this, well, you can always click the link above, which will take you to my unboxing video of the Tiggo 8 PHEV. The cargo capacity of the Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV is also good enough for a typical family. As you can see, with the third row seats folded, it returns over 1,100 liters of cargo space. Now, that means that it can easily accommodate my video gear here, plus a bunch of Christmas presents and shopping bags. Because believe it or not, dude, I am filming this video on Christmas Day. So even if it's no longer Christmas at the time that you're watching this, well, I still want to greet you a very Merry Christmas.
Spending 3 weeks with the Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV has cemented my belief that hybrids and EVs are truly the best vehicles to drive in cities like Manila. All the perks and fuel savings justify what is initially seen as a steep asking price. Now, imagine enjoying all of these perks and incentives while driving around in a vehicle that offers a luxurious cabin experience for under 3 million Philippine pesos. Now you can see why I am totally smitten with this hybrid from China. And for those of you who still look down on cars that come from the Middle Kingdom, I give you a piece of trivia. China is the world leader when it comes to electric vehicles, and this Chery Tiggo 8 PHEV is one example of such experience and leadership. Thanks for watching.